Hey, it's Jim, aka Wildman Frost. Got to tell you about my day. Went to VA at crack of dawn. Leg was feeling a lot better. Was able to walk for the first time in probably 4 weeks. And went in there and got rid of that big cast. And now they got me a little splint here. Got a bunch of little exercises to do thanks to the X-Acto knife. And so as the leg was feeling better, I was able to knock the whiskers off and trim the stash and take a nice little shower and clean up. You know, it's nice to have the leg back. You don't realize how bad it is until you can't even stand for 2 minutes, you know. Then went to the grocery store and was listening to the radio while the wife ran in to get some stuff. And it's like, what the heck, man? What's wrong with the government these days, you know? I'm not trying to get political, but, you know, when they start classifying remote control helicopters and remote control airplanes as drones and wanting us to register it, I mean, come on. It's a national hobby and pastime throughout America. Dads and sons out there, daughters, building airplanes. Oh no, they're not airplanes no more. They're drones. We gotta have you register them. You know, tactical military might coming your way. You know, bought at your local hobby stop. You know, I bet that hobby shops are gonna start stocking Stinger missiles too. You know, satellite relays, long range tactical drones. I didn't know that. Did you know that? I don't know. Call Obama. Register your RC cars. Never know. You might be driving down the road with them, blow up cars. Don't know. Don't know. Crazy, 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 crazy stuff. As hobbyists, we should unite, call our senators, and say, hey, they ain't drones. They're RC planes. They're RC helicopters. They're RC cars. They're toys. They don't hook up to satellites. They don't carry Stinger missiles. And they don't shoot ammo. Alright? I don't know. It seems to me that anybody that wanted to build something for that purpose would just buy the parts and craft it anyhow. And not register anything. You know? So, I don't know. It's a little crazy. So I'm going to test out the copyright police. I'm going to have me a sip of my Monster. See? Monster. You know? I'm going to take a little sip here. And no, I'm not endorsed. I don't get money from Monster. I don't get free drinks from Monster. It'd be nice. And, but that's not going to happen. You know that. So we went to the thrift store and I picked up 8 little rides today. And got me another 64 Continental. This little car here. Let me see if I can zoom right in and freak the camera out. Hold it steady. Got an idea for this. I'm not going to quite share it yet. I'll work something out, and if it works out, I'm going to share the whole production. I got this no-name. Well, it's got a name. Racing Champions Incorporated. Never heard of them. It's a little X-Side. NASCAR, number 7. But what I got that for was really the nice little fancy Goodyear. And these are real rubber. So, those wheels probably go on a different project car altogether. Got me this little Dodge Caravan here. It's a police academy. Join the academy. Become a police officer. You know? See the city. Have fun. All that good stuff, you know? If any luck, you'll be like John McClane. I think what I'm going to do is, we'll do it as a project. We're going to hack that hood out of there. And we're going to put another front-wheel drive engine. And probably paint it red. And I don't know if I'll get a wheel swap yet or just a repaint on those rims. I turned in a nice little car there. Got this Corsair. It's a pretty sleek looking car. And that actually looks very similar to the, well, I probably got to hold it like this to get the whole body line, to that Streamliner. It's a very similar car to it. Front end's quite different. Back end's very similar. Not quite sure what I'll do with that yet. It's got a nice long hood. Could really stick a fat engine in there. Not too sure. Got the Too Fast. Got the double engines up front. And it's had a lot of love. Look at them front wheels. See? That wheel is wobbling down like a cartoon. So, not quite sure what I'm going to do with that. If I'm going to part it out, shorten it, maybe steal the engines from it, or restore it. Let's wait and see what happens. Got this little speedster, a speed bucket. You can see this side. I've already started stripping the tampos off using a Poochman marker. It's kind of cool that way. You know, you take a felt tip marker, yank out the felt, throw in some paper towel or some sort of absorbency, fill it full of acetone, and let the felt tip do the work. You can see the difference it makes. I think it's actually a nice color. I don't know if I'm going to be able to save it. I don't have this color yet. If I don't, I might wait till I get paid again to do that. I got a 40 Ford pickup, 1940 Ford pickup. It's a dragster, and you can see here. Again, it's one of those silly little dragsters with the really short wheelie bar. Whoop, 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 whoop. Come on. Funny cars are supposed to peel out like that, you know. If you can't see the transmission when it's going down the track, it ain't a funny car. It's got a rattler, the rattle hood on it. I don't know if you can see it here. This little piece here rattles around. It's a pretty sharp car. I was looking at this, and then looking at this one, and I thought I'd kind of share why they look so similar. Some of the young viewers out there really don't know quite what made Henry Ford so successful. See, you notice the body lines between the pickup and the car, they're pretty darn identical. What made Ford successful was he built everything on a frame. And then they would just change and lop off the back end and turn it into a cab, throw a box on there, and basically outside, underneath the body, the frame, the chassis, everything else was the same. That's what made them so successful. Everything rolled down an assembly line. And you just determined whether you're putting a cab on it or if you're going to put a full body car on it. And so he was able to turn out cars fast and inexpensive. And that's why Ford was so successful as quickly as they were. Then I've got this one. I think this is going to be my first project car with you guys. It's 1969 Ford Mustang. Of course, it's got these big monster wheels in the back, which are probably like, I don't know, 38s or something. Like if you were to compare them to modern days. I was looking at it, speaking to me, trying to see what I want to do. It's got some really nice lines on that hood, on the die cast. See there? I didn't really want to try to trash that and just go with a gasser or an open engine car. And so I think we'll do this as a simple repaint and detail. And I was going to use Eleanor from Gone in 60 Seconds as our model. And I think we're going to go with like, maybe shoot it with a can of, because I still own rattle cans, I don't have an airbrush yet. A can of gray, and then maybe some metallic spray, silver on top of it. Try to get a light coat and give it that dark silver gray color, and then detail a car out. And we'll do that from start to finish. And that's my inspiration for that car. My producer, aka my wife, was reviewing my videos today, and she mentioned to me that there's snoring in the background, and it's not her. So she suggested that perhaps I reveal the culprit. So let's see, guys, up here. Turn the chair. Quick, if it'll let me. Oh no, I'm going to pause it real quick. Now, it won't let me do a camera swap on the fly. So I'm going to turn this around so you can see the culprit. That's the culprit right there. Biggie. Biggie, say hi for the camera. Come on, Biggie. You're not going to say hi? You're not going to say hi? Next to him's a little Goldie. You can see her. If she knew you were here, she would be like hiding. She's a little fraidy cat when it comes to strangers. Biggie is my English bulldog. And he's my little Bubba. He is just a sweetheart. But people say English bulldogs are great for farting. They say they're great for eating. They are great for getting fat. But they're wrong. The best thing English bulldogs do well is sleep and snore. Yeah. So when you hear snoring in the background, that's Bubba being the watchful watchdog that he is. It's kind of funny. Goldie's the watchdog. She watches out that window. She sees something and she just starts barking. And of course Biggie wakes up and he's got to bark because he doesn't want to miss out. He doesn't even know what he's barking at, but he's barking. He's a real sweetheart. So, I'm going to go ahead and end this video here. I'm going to just call it probably drones and 8 cars to go or something like that. Because I got those cars at the thrift store for 50 cents a piece. There's a nice little thrift store over here. Every so often you go through the bucket. About once every 2 to 3 weeks. You can get some nice little cars out of there for 50 cents. And then we'll start the video on the Eleanor project. And debating whether to do full tutorials on stuff like drilling. During the project, I might do tutorials on stuff like drilling separately, like, you know, drilling tutorials and whatnot, and go from there. So we'll see you in the next episode when we start Project Eleanor.